I'm basically just chilling in my basement, and I kind of set up a GoPro camera here so that sometimes I should be able to, just discuss with you guys. Sometimes we want to make formal YouTube videos where you really want to sit down and just talk about, things formally. But I also feel like it's also okay if I just set up my camera and discuss with you guys, as friends, kind of give you an update of what I'm doing, while also working. Because to be said, reselling could be a little bit lonely. If you are not careful, you might just be with yourself alone. Just to put it in perspective, I've been in the basement here for like 2 hours, kind of listing stuff. I'm just going to take a look at the items I have listed. I really got some cool offers, which I felt like, I need to really start with this particular offers. You see, for the past 2-3 weeks, I was moving, changing my apartment, and I wasn't really seeing anything. But today when I came back, I said, okay, now that everything is set up, my camera is set up, my computers are set up in the basement. Of course, this same system I have right here, I also have it in the warehouse. That's just a little, hack that you can actually use. If you work in your warehouse and also want to set up a home office in your home, the best thing you want to do is to replicate the same conditions that you have in your warehouse. See, I have a curved monitor right here. I have a very super fast PC, it's a Lenovo ThinkStation P330. In the warehouse, I also have the same kind of setup, Lenovo ThinkCenter ThinkStation P330 PC, with a very good curved monitor, the same keyboard, the same printers. I have the printer here at home. I have the same printer in the warehouse, so that if I'm working here in the basement, it doesn't really feel like I'm in the basement. The only difference is that it's kind of smaller, and I do not really, have to see the goods that I have put in the shelves and stuff like that. But in the warehouse, it's much bigger. I've got a lot of space. So right here, I'm just sitting down on my chair in the warehouse. I really do not have an office chair because it's like a work environment. So this is the direction I'm going to be taking this to. I'm using a GoPro now because my camera kind of died on me, but hopefully I should be able to, get it fixed or get a new one, because Black Friday deals are pretty much on. I'm thinking of getting a Sony ZV-E10 because I feel like, the ZV one which I used that broke kind of had no lens, and I kind of feel like this is the best time for me to kind of upgrade a little bit. Of course, not super upgrade, but, something that's just good enough to, to make very good quality videos. Of course, this GoPro is enough, but sometimes I want to make two perspectives, especially when I make videos for my other channel. I want to have a top-down view of the item, which in most cases are pieces, which I'm kind of configuring. And I also want to be able to talk while, like, second perspective, catching me talking while, the top bottom perspective would be, the camera. So these are things I still have to do. But today I did list a HP Z2 G4, workstation. This is a very beautiful PC. The problem we are having right now is that, some of these hardwares are kind of difficult to get at the moment, because if you take a look at my eBay shop, I tend to list my items, as variations, So when somebody goes to my shop, like this HP Z2 G4 workstation, a potential buyer has the option of choosing, to buy this PC with RAM of 16 gigabytes or even 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM. This option is there, and a hard drive, you could go ahead and select 512 gigabytes of NVMe SSD or even 1 terabyte of NVMe SSD. You could decide to put just an HD hard drive, or even choose the kind of operating system you want installed on this PC. Of course, you also have the possibility to choose if you want the PC, to have a wireless LAN card or not. This is how I set up my business for a very, very long time.